Good morning, everyone. This is Qamar. I'm from Submit Press Release 123, and today I have with me Jason Dove. He's the Senior VP of Sales and Marketing with SocialCentiv. Hello, Dove. How are you?
Hi, good morning.
And also I have with me Anna Porto, and she is from Keller Williams Realty, and she's in our studio. She's a real estate professional, and we are going to interview Jason to help us, the real estate professionals, to how this software can help them. So Jason, can you tell us a bit about SocialCentiv?
Sure. So SocialCentiv started out here in Dallas in 2008, and over the years we have built a platform that allows users to set up intent-based marketing campaigns using Twitter data. And what we mean by that is we're looking for purchase intent. So as you relate that to real estate, anyone that's saying that they're buying a home or selling a home, that they've been relocated, a new job, any of those triggers, if you will, that you could do a traditional marketing campaign around, we can actually help find similar behavior on Twitter and make sure that they're geographically relevant, and then engage them with an appropriate call to action.
Interesting. So going to the real estate professionals, how can precisely this tool help somebody like Anna?
Well, one way is to be able to, early in the marketing funnel, identify a potential prospect, again, based on the keywords and geographical relevance. So again, if we said someone was buying or selling a home, then they have an opportunity to come in as a potential realtor, build that brand awareness or brand equity early in that process. And one of the ways that we've seen really be effective in doing that is providing something relevant like content. So for instance, the moment we see that someone is saying that they could be potentially buying or selling a home, we might be able to drive them to a blog or an ebook on titles like the top 10 things you should know before buying or selling a home, or helpful facts before you close on your home. And so there's a lot of ways that they can establish value, and then once they get them to download that content, they can do a drip campaign or a nurture campaign that will eventually get them to book an appointment with that real estate. And it can be everything, again, like I said, an ebook or a blog on everything from helpful tips to a free market analysis.
Okay, so we covered pretty high technical terms in this. So help the audience explain a step-by-step process. So assuming you had Anna at Starbucks and she was ahead of you, and she bought coffee and she was talking to the barista and says, you know what, I'm really depressed today because my marketing is not working and I don't know what to do. So obviously you are the expert in Twitter marketing. How would you go and introduce yourself without stalking her? So she's going to say, okay, let me run away from here. And then explain simply the few steps that you're so her cash register can ring. So take Anna down that memory path as if you met her and she doesn't know anything about Twitter. She's never tweeted. She doesn't even have a Twitter profile. So tell the user, how would you do it if you were in her shoe?
Sure. So the first step would be for me to sit down and understand exactly who she's affiliated with, and in this case, we learned that it was Keller Williams. Usually we go in there and see what kind of presence they have on Twitter as a brand, and then see how active they are in that space, and then spend a little bit of time understanding where she's focused geographically. What is her trade area, target audience? Is she more looking at single-family dwellings and a specific community, or is she market-wide, or is she nationally focused, whatever the case may be, and then trying to understand the basics of Twitter, if you will. There's 600 million tweets a day, and almost 99.99% of those are public data. There's no privacy concerns on Twitter. So unlike other social media platforms like Facebook or Instagram, where people are a little bit more private and maybe only communicate with people that have engaged them or are part of their community, it goes against everything that Twitter was designed to do. People throw those comments out there into the Twitterverse. It's very public, And so really it comes down to understanding what keywords that she would like to target so that we could see purchase intent from a prospective buyer or seller, and then targeting those geographically. And so again, it's just really understanding who she wants to focus on, where she's trying to focus, and then kind of guiding her through that process. And then also to start to build some kind of brand equity for her individually on Twitter and build up her following through some community management and just kind of the basic blocking and tackling on Twitter. And we can kind of walk her through that process from the very beginning of setting up the account and to the point where she's actually engaging prospects on a daily basis.
That is very interesting. So Anna, as Jason explained, do you have any questions for Jason?
No, no questions. Very helpful information.
Good. So Jason, tell us, in terms of this fabulous tool that you guys have developed, what is the starting price of this tool?
Yeah, so that's a great question. You can actually start for as little as $49 a month. However, we do offer everyone a 7-day free trial, and that's really one of the best ways for a user to get on our platform with little to no risk and start to explore what the size and scale of opportunity is for them. So as a realtor, to be able to go out there and set up a search for certain keywords in a geographical area that's going to be most relevant to her and her practice, there's really not much cost there. And so we can, at that point, help them with their keywords, really refining their search, and then also sharing best practices with other people that are in that space today, similar topics, whether that's ebooks or blogs. And really the key being there is that for Anna, she just wants to be able to create a value proposition to the consumer so that they're motivated to take whatever action she would like. So if that's downloading an ebook, reading a blog, or scheduling an appointment with the realtor so that she can share that information with them, that's really the goal, and we can help her guide her through that process.
And the software is a web-based tool, so does she need to install any software plugins or anything?
No, not at all. All she'd have to do is simply sign up using SocialCentiv.com, sign up for a 7-day free trial. She'll be contacted by one of our staff members here to kind of walk her through that onboarding process. And nothing has to be downloaded onto her computer. It's all a web-based application, as you mentioned, and should be pretty easy. In fact, you can have a campaign up and running in less than 5 minutes.
And I heard you saying that you will have an onboarding specialist even in the 7-day process. So
that's correct.
Not only is the first 7 days free, she's getting a hands-on consulting with one of your experts.
That's correct. And that really is one of the selling features, Qamar. I'm glad you pointed that out because so many people aren't as familiar with Twitter as they are with some of the other social networks. And so we want to make sure that they have a positive experience once they onboard with SocialCentiv. Not only just some of the basics as it applies to Twitter, but also from our user experience as they start to navigate their way through our software. And some of that really is going to be helping them with their keywords and how tight they need to be in their geographic filters as well, because we may reach a point of diminishing return if that's somewhere that she's not focusing on, but we can walk her through that process, and that's all part of that 7-day free trial.
So I'm going to segue this into another question that is related to real estate but not related to Anna, since she is based in the U.S. If somebody's watching this hangout from, for example, Caribbean, Jamaica, Grand Cayman, whatsoever, can they use your tool to a certain degree?
So they could to some degree. Right now we are pulling in data all in the continental U.S. as well as Mexico. So if they were wanting to monitor any conversations that were taking place in that footprint, then they could. They wouldn't necessarily have to be here and able to do that, but we're only filtering the data that's based here in the U.S. and Mexico.
Interesting.
And that's in English and Spanish.
So the conversations that are happening in Spanish also are monitored through your software?
That's correct.
Interesting.
And again, 2 things I probably should point out, Qamar, that really make our platform unique is the ability for us to be able to geo-target better than anyone. We have a patent on what's called reverse geocoding, where we can help people pull in a subset of a geography. So for instance, if Anna said, I want to know anybody that's buying or selling their home within a 50-mile radius of Plano, Texas, or Dallas, Texas, then that'll pull in all of the neighborhoods like Highland Park, Park Cities, University Park, Lake Highlands. So she may not know all those areas or may not think to input that data. We do that programmatically. And then the other thing that's really unique is our machine learning algorithm. So as we go out there and start to engage with people and we're sifting through those conversations in that software, it starts to learn which conversations Anna sees as being beneficial and the ones she doesn't as she discards them. So we're kind of optimizing that data stream very similar to the way that you would use, say, Pandora with the thumbs up, thumbs down feature. And you're saying, I like this song, I don't like it, and eventually you have a playlist that you really are happy with. Same kind of premise is behind our machine learning that really helps you out that data stream as well, so that they do less sifting eventually in time.
Right. What other verticals besides the real estate can she also benefit from? Because when people are actually buying real estate, they may be in a different process. They may be in a refinancing process, mortgage, because they may be not buying, but she still wants to connect with them because at some point they may buy another house or something. So can she do other verticals by keywords?
Absolutely, and you know, I tell people to look at this, especially those that are savvy marketers. So I know that you can do trigger mails and direct mail, things like that, based on the purchase or shopping propensity. And you can do the same thing on Twitter. The only difference is this is real time. It's as close to real time as you can get. So rather than buying a list and then trying to do something a month or 2 months later or weeks later, you can know the moment that that purchase has been made or that intent has been expressed. And so whatever keywords, whatever you're looking for, whether that's buying a car or selling a car or we're having a baby, just got married, or whatever those things are that you might be looking at, you can identify those triggers. As a whole, we do really, really well in restaurants, travel, and entertainment. So the one thing we never run short of is people talking about what am I going to eat, what am I going to do, and where am I going to go. And so we're able to really, really do well in those spaces. But we have had some historical data to support that real estate works well as well.
Interesting. That's very good data information from Jason. The software is fabulous, as he explained, and it would work very well for any real estate professional. And I think Anna can definitely take advantage and sign up today. Jason, thank you for being on this hangout, and hope to see you sometime soon.
Yes, thank you. And Anna, please let us know if there's anything we can do for you.
Sure, I will. Thank you.
Thank you. You have a great day.
You too.
Bye-bye now.